Hey guys, we are live. I'm Jeff with eBay Addicts, and today I got a brand new guest for you guys. I have the Fiya Benda is here. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah.
All right, man. So what's going on? Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick to our audience in case they don't know who you are. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and tell them what it is that you do, man.
All right. Armand, aka Fiya Benda. I come from Jacksonville, Florida. Really, I come from a smaller town. I was born in a smaller town that's 30 minutes away from Jacksonville, which is Fernandina Beach, Florida. And then, yeah, so now I'm here in Jacksonville permanently. I resell, and I mostly resell video games and just probably a few random stuff as well. But I'm just getting more into like the vintage wear and stuff like that too. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's cool, man. Yeah, I've been watching your channel and checking it out, and your channel's been blowing up the past, I don't know, 2 weeks. I think
Yeah.
you were featured on with Phoenix Resell or something, gave you a shout out or featured your channel the other day, and you've been blowing up. So congratulations on your, I think you hit 2,000 subscribers recently, and that's a lot going from 69. So that's good, man.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a drastic change.
right, right. So tell people a little bit about your YouTube channel and what kind of content you make on your channel.
Um, on my channel, I try to make it more like entertainment. Then I try to like slide some education in there too, like at least at the end. But I try to make it as fast paced as possible. So when I'm doing all like the edits and stuff like that, and it just gets into it like straight to the point. Like I'm buying it, you see what I pay, I go to the next vendor. I'm buying it, you see what I pay, I go to the next vendor. Like
Yeah.
so mostly I'm just buying video games, clothes, and if I see something I know that's worth money, I'll go ahead and pick it up.
Right. Well, I like the thing about your editing. I like you have like these video game sound effects that you kind of slide in there. And if your person's not a video game person, they wouldn't know. They would just hear the
Yeah.
sound effect and then keep going. So that's cool, man. And how long have you been shooting YouTube videos now on YouTube? Did you get your watch time hours in yet?
Oh yeah. I got them in around the same time I hit 1,000. Like it
Yeah.
was nearly around like I think the next day I hit my hours after I hit 1,000. And I've been shooting YouTube videos for 3 months. I started
Yeah.
in late December.
All right. Cool. So so tell me, man, are you a full time reseller now? Is that your full time gig that you do?
Yeah.
How's that been going for you?
It's actually really good. At first, at the beginning when I started full time reselling, um, my girlfriend actually was helping me because I had stopped working at my job because I used to work at the Ritz Carlton, and then I just got like, really the full story is I was watching like Phoenix Resell, which is why it's great that he shouted me out and everything.
Yeah.
And I was working at the Ritz Carlton and I was washing dishes, and I was just like, yo, I really don't want to do this anymore. And it was like an everyday job. So I went home one day and I think I just typed up on YouTube, or like I think he just came out recommended for some reason, but I've never heard of reselling or like you could flip stuff on eBay. I never heard any of that stuff until last year. Then
Right.
I clicked on his video and I seen what he was doing. And I was like, you can do that? You can buy stuff for cheap and then sell online for higher. So then that's when
Right.
it started. And as soon as I got up just a little bit of money, I was like, dang, I really want to quit my job, but I can't. But my girlfriend, she's a CNA, and she was making, well, she's a nurse now, but she was making a lot of money. And she was like, I trust you. Like, you can do it. Like, she's like, just quit your job. She's like, I can handle it. And I was like, no, I don't think so. And then, but on the bright side, we were in a house with 4 people, like at that time too. So we were all like splitting the bills. So I was like, all right, yeah, okay, I'm just make the jump. And as soon as I made the jump, I was just like, boom, like I just like went straight at it. Like I was flipping everything, buying it. And even at the beginning, though, I was messing up. But
Right.
I feel like that's the part of it, though. Like at the beginning, you were gonna buy some like some dumb stuff.
Well, that's kind of how you learn is by making mistakes along the way, and you find out what sells and what doesn't. But I thought that was cool that you were working your regular 9 to 5 job, you were at the Ritz Carlton, doing dishes, hanging out in the back, watching
Mm-hmm.
YouTube videos, and you're like, man, I really don't want to be here. And all of a sudden, you're watching YouTube videos, and you're like, hey, I could do that. I could go find stuff for a low price and flip it and resell it and make some money. But I definitely can understand being apprehensive about wanting to quit your job where, you have a guaranteed check coming in every week on Friday versus being a full-time reseller and everything is just strictly on commission. And even if
Yeah.
you make a bunch of sales, you still have to have capital to reinvest to buy more inventory for the following month. You can't just spend it all on, paying bills. That's the thing about it. So, hey, we're live. Let me give a shout out real quick to a few people in the live chat. I wanted to say hey to Steven, the reseller, is here in the house. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Jen's Multiverse is here. Hey, Jen. And I wanted to say hey to Nina J is here. Hello. Thank you guys for coming by. If you guys have questions for our guests, go ahead and drop it in the chat today. So now, how long have you been a full-time reseller now?
It'll be 8 months. Like 8 months being a full-time reseller, and that's still like short. So I'm still like a rookie. Like I'm in my rookie year still. So,
well, you'll be fine. You look like you have fun out there looking for merchandise. Where are some of the places that you like to go sourcing at? I saw you at the flea market, but where are other places that you like to go sourcing at to look for inventory?
Flea markets, yard sales, which I'm going to yard sales tomorrow. Usually I would never cheat on the Ramona flea market because like it's rare that I ever leave empty-handed at the Ramona. Like it's such a good flea market.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try yard sales tomorrow. And Goodwills. Sometimes I slide inside of a Goodwill, but I've never done like straight Goodwills the whole day. So it's usually like yard sales or flea markets.
Yeah, that's cool, man. If you get a chance, I don't
well.
know about over there where in Jacksonville where you're at, but here in Tampa, there's a lot of pawn shops that sell stuff. And I know you said you're into video games. There's a couple of pawn shops. There's one over here in the Clearwater area. And anything that's like a PS2, PS3, Nintendo Wii, Xbox 360, they're selling all those games for like $1 a piece at the pawn shop all day long. And I'll go in there and walk out with like 50, 60 games for like $1 a piece. You know what I'm saying? And my whole back seat will just be full of video games. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what kind of deals they have in Jacksonville. I've been there a few times, but I haven't really been sourcing there. So just kind of check it out if you get some downtime. Stop into some pawn shops, and maybe they might have some deals for you. So hey, I got to put you on the spot here. I was watching your YouTube channel, and you were talking about you have 3 major goals that you're working on this year, and I know you mentioned one of them was to hit 1,000 subscribers, but you didn't mention the other projects or the other goals that you have for yourself this year. So we're still early in the year. We're still in the first quarter. So what are some of the other 2 or 3 goals or projects that you have for yourself this year?
The main ones were really the first one I put at the list was to get 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year. That's what I was expecting. For at least it'll take like a year for me to get 1,000. But that ended up happening like sooner than later. And then my next one was I wanted to at least try to get 25,000 on eBay because I do a little bit of everything like Depop and Macari. I was going to try to focus more on eBay. So I'm going to get it to there for my 3-month total. And then my last one was to get a haircut. Keep a haircut.
A haircut?
Yes.
Okay.
That was my 3rd goal because I don't have time to be going to haircuts a lot, getting haircuts. It's like,
I'm with you, bro. I just have a razor, and then my hair gets too long. I just cut it myself. I don't have to wait in line. Don't have to pay anybody. I'll just, give myself a quick trim, and 5-10 minutes, I'm done, through with it. So I understand if you're a busy person and you don't want to have to wait in line and all this stuff to get a haircut. I understand. So, so you said you mainly source video games. What are some other things that you're kind of branching out to? Any other hot selling items for you right now besides video games that you're on the hunt for?
Besides like the vintage clothing, mostly video games. Other stuff that I branch out to, like I'll grab like camera lenses. Sometimes I grab stuffed animals. Like I think last week I ended up grabbing a Pokemon plush, and I thought I was gonna throw it in my room. I was like, oh yeah, that's a cool one. It was like a Dragonite. But when I looked it up, it was worth $170 on eBay because it was a vintage Dragonite, and I had no clue. I just grabbed it for $1.
Yeah.
Like, you can't stay here now.
Right.
But mostly, yeah, it's mostly straight like video games, clothes. Yeah, mainly.
All right. Now, What would be like your top 3 tips or piece of advice if maybe somebody is working a dead end job or something, maybe they're working their 9 to 5 job, maybe they're not washing dishes, but they're doing something else, and they want to leave their job to become a full-time reseller. What would be your top 3 tips or piece of advice to help somebody grow and scale the resale business so they can leave their full-time job and be a full-time reseller?
I would say one, study. Like you really gotta like study your stuff. Like I've watched so many videos with so many people. Like I watched part-time pickers. I watched a lot of things resell at the very beginning, and I still do now. I watched Chase at the right price. Like so many people. I was just like studying and I'll even like replay the videos, binge watch all the videos, figure out like how or where the main places that they go to so I can try it myself. So yeah, mostly I'll say study first when you start trying to get into it, because it'll help you a lot more. Then I'd say if you want more bang for your buck, I'd probably go to like yard sales first. Like, cause usually at yard sales, I bought like so much clothing and video games for like $1 a piece or like $2 a piece, and it's just
Yeah.
like at flea markets, it's cool too. But some people know what they have, and some people know what they have and they don't care. So they're just like, oh yeah, $5. So that's why I like flea markets, and I like flea markets because like even on video is more people and like more interaction,
Yeah.
and not just myself. And then third one would be don't compare with the higher ups, like the people that's already made it, like that's already in there. That's probably gonna like put you down a little bit because you're like, dang, like because I remember sometimes I'll buy something and it'll be dumb, and I'll be like, oh my god, Phoenix would never do that. What am I doing? And then I'll be like, but then I'll go back and I'm like, all right, I'll just get the money that like I'll probably lose a little bit of money, or you lose like $30-$40 and be like, all right, try it again. So like you're gonna mess up like a good bit of times before you get it right.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, sometimes you go out to yard sales, you'll find some good stuff, and sometimes you don't. Like you mentioned, Chase after the right price, and sometimes I'd see him fill his whole van up or stuff with running around yard sales for the day. And other times you go in and out and you just strike out because you don't want to go and just buy something just to buy it. There's got to be some profit margin there. So, what's going to be kind of like the future of your channel in the future? Because I think you put out videos like once a week or something, right?
Yeah, I try to put out a video once a week. I'm trying to do because on my banner it says every Tuesday and Friday, and I didn't realize how hard that was until I started. And I was
Yeah.
like, so I want to do more. Like I do want my channel to be different because I'm trying to like it's like a little sneak peek. I'm trying to do one video right now, which I may shoot on Monday, and it's staying in Goodwill from open to close to see how much profit you can get because they always bring in the new bins. And basically at that point, I'll just be praying on those new bins. But I'm gonna stay until open to close, like all the way, like from I think they open at 10 a.m. and they close at 7 p.m. So that is one of my goals. Like I just wanted it to be like a lot more different than all the other channels.
Yeah, I understand. So let me give a shout out to some people here in the chat. I want to give a shout out to Thrift and Flip is here. The ATL Flippers are here. Says
Hey.
what's up? Yeah, says hey Fiya, what's up? And I wanted to say hey to Jen's Multiverse. Says I love yard sales. Those are my favorite. So that's cool. So you're working on your YouTube channel, working on your resale business. Where do you store all your merchandise that you have right now?
And I have one main room, which was my office room, but then there's this blank area like right beside the kitchen. I think it's supposed to be the dining area, but we didn't have a dining table. So I moved my desk over there, and now I store all my stuff in that room. And then we have like this little outside, because we live in like an apartment complex, and outside they have another storage room for all the apartments. So I also keep some stuff in there as well.
All right, cool. So what? How many items you have listed right now in your eBay store?
I think I got 45. I had like 100 something, and I just cleaned it up. Like I think I cleaned it up last week, and I was gonna either donate some stuff that's been sitting for a while, or what's it called? There's some clothes that I have that's been sitting for a while that I just gave my friend like Diego. I don't know if you see him. He's been on some of my videos, and I'll just do a whole like batch, and we'll do like 10 a piece, and I'll pass it to him because he actually has like a whole vending booth, and he goes to all these events. And I'm like, at this point, you can get rid of this stuff faster than I can. Please take it. So I'll take the money from there because I know I only got like $1 into like all those t-shirts or $2 or something like that.
Yeah.
So mostly, yeah, I just cleaned my eBay, so I got like 45 right now, and I'm supposed to be listing all day this week, like Tuesday through Friday, so I can shoot the video on Monday.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned that you watch a lot of YouTube videos. Who is your top 3 favorite YouTubers that you like to watch that are resellers? And then what other channels you like to watch that's not reselling, just when you just have some downtime?
My favorite, I'll say Phoenix Resell. Then I like the Art of Resell. I like him. You know who he is? The one from Las Vegas?
Yeah, I'm subscribed to his channel. I think he's out in Vegas, right?
Yeah. I like him. And let me think. Who else? Part-time pickers.
Yeah, Matt, that's a good one. Yeah. All right. So how many days a week do you usually go sourcing when you're out looking for inventory? You just go on the weekends or what?
I usually go about technically 4 days a week. So Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because on Wednesdays, our flea market, the Bargains House of Fleas, it opens up on Wednesdays at 6 a.m. Like, so we have to wake up at like 5 in the morning to get there. And then on Fridays, Bargains is also open. But then I also hit like a few Goodwills, and I may or may not slide into a pawn shop. Like, because that's how I originally started, was pawn shops, because I was watching Phoenix Resell, and that's mostly what he does is pawn shops. And then,
right.
Yeah, then on Saturday and Sunday is the Ramona.
All right, cool. Do you do a lot of shoes and clothing and hats and things like that? I saw you pick up some hats in your video.
Oh, yeah, mostly like clothing, hats. I slowed down on shoes. I got a lot of shoes. And then when I messed up, I bought some bear shoes, and I still don't even know if they're legit or real. They're like some Jeremy Scotts, and they're just like sitting on my shelf.
All right.
Mostly just clothes, jackets, sweaters, jerseys, and hats when it comes to clothes.
All right, cool. We got a question here from the ATL Flippers. Says, hey, what is your biggest flip?
My biggest flip will have to be, I bought this batch of Furbies from a guy at at the flea market. And they were all like new in box. They were like the big ones. And they were all new in box. And then he said like $20 on them each. And there was about 20 of them. And then I'm pretty sure I made about like 1,000 just off those Furbies. Like, and then there were smaller ones that just still had like little tag on it, and there were 24 of those. And I ended up just putting those on eBay for $240 to add with that. And I think he did $5 each on the smaller ones. Yeah. So that was probably my biggest flip at one little booth, was like straight Furbies. On one item was probably like I can't remember. I just remember that Furby thing. On one item, I don't remember. It wasn't anything crazy like that, though. It's probably like $300, maybe $400.
Right. So you mentioned that you were going to try to scale and grow your eBay business. So talk to me a little bit about that. What do you mean? Like, are you going to be listing more items? Like, to me, I look at eBay as either you can have like a high quantity of items listed in your store, and maybe your average sell price is a little bit lower, or you can have higher ticket items, maybe $40, $50, $60 items, or maybe you don't have thousands of items in your eBay store, but the items that you're selling is higher, it's more expensive items. Like my eBay store, I have like over 6,000 items listed, and I'm trying to scale it to 10,000, but they're all lower ticket items. They're like, $10, $15, $20, $25. Like, I think my average sell price is right around like 20, 25 bucks. Whereas if you have a smaller store, you might sell jackets or shoes or clothes, and your average sell price may be $50 a piece for items, but you have a smaller eBay store, but your average sell price is higher. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So on my store right now, I noticed that there's mostly still like higher items right now. So usually right now I've been trying to like actually like get rid of stuff. But so I've been putting some stuff like a little bit more underpriced, maybe like $15-$20, so I can just get it out. And then there's for mostly the smaller stuff I need to relist, because I have some stuff in there that's like $25, $15. But I'm right now I'm just putting all the stuff that's like higher dollar, and I know it's gonna move fast. And it's just like, because right now I got like helmets just sitting in my closet that I have to list. I've recently just been putting the helmets on there slowly. But
Yeah.
what's it called? That's another good thing to flip is helmets. But
Right.
mostly, yeah, right now it's all just straight high dollar items on my eBay store. And I want to change that too, because I noticed that there's more people coming to my eBay store from the YouTube channel, and I don't want them to be spending that much money if they just want to like support. So I want to like be able to put those smaller items on there, like the $12 items or the $15 items, just so if they want to support, they can like buy it and not have to like look at my page full of like 70, 100, 120, 150.
Well, it just depends on how you want to have your eBay store set up. I've noticed on eBay that sometimes you'll start getting a few smaller items. Maybe it's 10, 15, $20 items, but then it's almost like a computer algorithm thing, and it starts triggering more sales in your eBay store. So maybe I'm not making a ton of money selling. Let's say I sold the CD hypothetically for $15 and I paid, 50 cents or something for it. I don't make a lot of profit on that one item, but it has like a domino effect. And now that one item may have triggered 4 or 5, 6 more sales that day because of the computer algorithm. That's just what I personally noticed. So if you have lower ticket items, it'll help trigger to sell some of your more expensive stuff. It's something to do with the computer algorithm. That's just what I've noticed in the past. So we got a quick question here from Donnie Lynn says, what do you feel like as a new reseller needs to be concentrated on as far as product?
And as a new reseller, probably mostly the stuff that sells the quickest. Like, so you could get that quick flip and build up a bankroll. So then you could spend money on the items that may take a little bit longer or give a bigger pay, but may take a little bit longer. Because I remember at first, I did focus on video games just because they were so fast. Like, video games to me is like the fastest selling items on eBay. Like, especially on like, I feel like my car, they go by the fastest. But when I buy a video game or a 3DS, it'll just go like that every single time. If you price it the right price, it's gonna go away like immediately. So mostly at the beginning, items that sell have the best sell-through rate is what I would start on.
Yeah. So what I would say is just look for items that you have around your house. What Fiya Benda is saying is if you look on your eBay app, you can look at how many items of a certain product is listed versus how many of them are sold, and that way you can kind of look at the sell-through rate and see how quickly that item is going to sell. But if you don't have a lot of money to get started, you can look for items you have laying around your house that you've spent money on a long time ago, and start by listing those items you have around your house, and then you could just start going to thrift stores, yard sales, pawn shops, and look around. And I would try not to spend a lot of money when you're first getting started because you're still trying to learn a little bit about what sells and what doesn't sell. But I would try to look for a niche, something that you know a lot about that's going to give you a competitive advantage. Like Fiya Benda says he sells a lot of video games, so he could walk into a store and see a game for $1.50, $2, and know instantly in his head, oh, that's a $50 video game because he's in that niche. So if there's something that you're passionate about, whether it's shoes or clothing or hats, try to find a niche of something that you know a lot about. So whenever you're walking by, you just know, hey, that's a $50 video game, or hey, I know those shoes sell for $200 and they have them here at the thrift store for $20 because you're in that niche. It's something that you deal with every single day. But yeah, I would say start off at your house, look for stuff you have around your house, and scan barcodes. A lot of stuff have these little barcodes right here, and you could scan barcodes on the eBay app, and you can look up sold comps a lot quicker instead of just guessing and say, oh, well, I like this particular video game, so somebody else is going to like it. You can scan the barcodes and look up sold comps there. So, hey, man, I wanted to kind of ask you, what is it that you do when you're downtime, when you're not reselling and you're not shooting YouTube videos? What do you try to do in your free time when you have some?
On my free time, I usually I'm either playing video games or mostly like I'm still like studying. Like even that's fun to me still, like studying like the whole like yard sale and stuff like that. Like I'm always trying to learn more about it because I'm trying to be as best as I could possibly be. Because even when there was days that I would only focus on video games and I'd go out to the flea market and either like the people would get to the video games before me or there just wasn't none out there. And I'd just go back home like empty handed, like, yo, what am I gonna do? And then I'll go out there again and be like, what other stuff am I missing out on that's like worth money that I just don't know because I'm just thinking about video games the whole entire time. And I wouldn't have known like a hat could be worth like $100 until I started actually like paying attention to other flippers that did like hats and stuff like that, or helmets and stuff like that. Like, cause I'll pass by those all day. At first, I said I'll never do clothes. Like when I first started, I thought I'll never be into clothes. But then when I started learning about it and actually seeing like what could come out of it for like buying a $1 t-shirt and turning it into 40, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I will do clothes. So then I started experimenting. And then mostly now it's like, yeah, straight clothes and video games. But out here, it's starting to get a little bit tough for the video games, especially at the flea markets. That's why I'm happy like the yard sales are coming back.
Right. All right, cool. So what are some of the plans, like what are some of the plans you have in the future? Where do you see yourself in the next 3, 4, 5 years down the road from now?
Hopefully I'll have like, I'll be a little bit more even like, I don't know.
You haven't thought about it much? Well, like we're in the year, what, 2022. So let's say it's 2025. It's 3 years from now. Do you have any particular projects or goals or anything that you really would like to get done in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years?
Right now, actually, I want to get out of this apartment. I want to have a house by then. I want to have me and my girlfriend right now. We share a car, and I could go buy a car right now, but we still like are in that mode of like, all right, let's like live below our means. Like we don't really go out to eat like that. I think we actually went out to eat on Valentine's Day, so that was good. But like other than that, we don't go out to eat. We just like we actually just enjoy each other's company. So she's at work, then she comes back, and I'm already at home. So it just like we just like how it is right now, and it works out. Her schedule works out to where when I gotta leave to go to the yard sales, it's just perfect. So we really just have like one car. And one car payment.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't like having car payments. I'd rather just pay cash for the car and be done with it. You know, it just doesn't have to be the most expensive car. It just traveling from point A to point B, you know. So, hey, man, tell everybody where they can go by and check you out and go follow you on YouTube and Instagram. I have all your links listed down below. Let them know where they can go by and follow you and check you out.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Fiya Benda. On eBay, it's also Fiya Benda. YouTube, everything is Fiya Benda. I really appreciate you guys for having me.
Hey, no problem, man. So yeah, his channel's been blowing up the past 2 weeks. I have all his links listed down below. I mean, he's got, you know, videos that has over 20,000 views of him just going to the flea market. So go by and check it out. I really enjoy your content, your editing, and it's like, you know, it's like go like all that you put in your videos. So I feel like you spend a lot of time with editing and the content and all that. So you do a good job, man. And I think I think probably here by the end of the year you might hit 5,000. You just got to keep going and keep growing your channel, and don't get too stressed out about it. Don't feel pressure like, man, I've got to get 2, 3 videos out this week. Just do you, man. You know what I mean? Don't get too stressed out. Anyways, you have any final thoughts you could leave our audience with, and then we'll let you go, man?
No, I just appreciate being here.
All right, bro. Well, guys, go ahead and follow our guest, Fiya Benda. All his links are going to be down below, YouTube, Instagram, all of that. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys later. Go ahead and follow our guest. All the links are down below. Catch you guys later. Bye, everybody.